So we definitely have a quorum. I'll call this meeting to order and look for approval of the minutes of our May 13th meeting.
Move to approve.
Move to approve. We've got Joe Kohler and Ralphie. So, with Joe and Ralph, any discussion, questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Next, appearances. Anybody wishing to appear at our meeting? If you have business in front of the Plan Commission or are a city resident, please come up to the microphone, pull it up, make sure the microphone is turned on, and you get 3 glorious minutes.
It's on.
Is it on? Okay. Guys, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to meet with you guys today. My name is Steve Hoekstra, Hoekstra Sweet Corn LLC out of Waupun, Wisconsin. I'm a third generation sweet corn farmer, started with my grandpa, then my dad, and now myself. You guys may know Hartford, sitting by the old Dairy Queen, where Scooter's Coffee is now, Bob and Christine Smith. They bought corn for my family for 38 years until Scooter's Coffee built there, and then they lost their spot and decided that it was time to be done. So with my kids getting older, I kind of thought maybe now was the time to reach back into the Hartford area. I know we took a kind of a year off from Hartford, but it's always been a part of our sales, right, with Bob and Christine buying from me, and would love the opportunity to be able to sell in Hartford again. Been talking to Chris Gaiman with the Rapid Mart out at just right at the outskirts of town, and he's willing and excited to allow us to be on his property if you guys are so moved to allow it. So,
I like your corn.
awesome! I'm glad to hear it. Like I said, people from the Hartford area aren't a stranger to our corn or our business, I guess. And we have a couple other stands. We have them in Fond du Lac and up in the Appleton area. And I think the only reason why we've been getting into more retail instead of just wholesale, the kids are getting older, so they're looking for summer occupation, right? Something more to do. And as people got older or retired or died, right, that were buying from my grandpa and whatever over the years, we just kind of bought out their operations or came back into the cities as our sweet corn business. So
Okay. Super. Thank you very much.
You bet.
Appreciate it. Okay, anybody else? Please state your name and address. You get 3 glorious minutes.
Hello, can you hear me okay? My name is Allison Freitag. I am the leasee at 302 North Main Street in Hartford. I am the owner of the Board and Brush Creative Studio that will be opening in Hartford mid-July. So I am looking for approval for a sign. I can vouch for the corn. I'm from the Hartford community. I worked at the Dairy Queen in high school, so really loved the corn there. But anyway, going back to the studio, just looking for approval for the sign. I'm hoping to be able to get quite a few people in that space, and have worked with Troy Zagel, the leaser, on approval for that sign as well. So,
Good.
thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Anybody else in our vast studio audience? Anybody else? Seeing none, we'll go on to item number 4, discussion and consideration of a sign permit for Frosty Freeze at 140 North Main Street. And with that, we will speak to our city planner, Jacob Maas.
Thank you. Again, I sent it before the meeting. I gave you guys a revised executive summary. The application stated 140 North Main Street. The reality is, we were made aware this morning by Alderman Dean Curley that the sign is actually going on 142 North Main Street. This property was condo platted in 2003. The condo plat is known as V&K condominium plat. The Frosty Freeze business is in 140 North Main Street, and the liquor store is in 142. And being a condo plat, each structure is its own parcel in essence. So putting a sign for a different business on that parcel makes it an off-site advertisement sign, which by code is not allowed in the B3 zoning district. So as we've learned about this new information, staff is now recommending denial of the sign due to the fact that the sign would be located on 142 North Main Street, which is not the location of the business, which is located at 140 North Main Street. making it an off-sign or an off-site advertisement, which is not allowed in the B3 zoning district. So again, recommending denial on this one.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions for Jacob? If not, we would look for a motion to, well, as the city or planner says, a motion to deny this right now until they have that corrected. So would look for a motion.
Motion to deny.
Motion from David, second by Ralph. I'm always waiting for somebody to repeat that like a city council meeting because they read it back to me. But he's, yeah, I don't get that from him.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do that.
No, you're not,
Okay.
no, it's just one of those things, that's funny. So we have a motion by David, second by Ralph. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye for denial.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Item number 5, discussion and consideration of a sign permit for board and brush at 302 North Main Street. Jacob?
All right, again, as the applicant just stated, they're putting a new sign at 302 North Main Street. It's a wall sign, due to the fact that it's in the BID, or the Business Improvement District. It comes before the Plan Commission. Our staff has not found any issues with the sign. It meets the code requirements for size, placement, and color. So this planning staff recommends approval of the proposed wall sign in the Business Improvement District, Board and Brush Creative Studio, 302 North Main Street.
Thank you. Questions, comments? Go ahead, Joe.
I just looking at the pictures, it does also state that you'll be putting some lighting over the sign. Like that touch, it looks awesome. So
Yep.
with that, I'd like to move to approve.
Would like to move to what?
Approve.
Move to approve.
Approve
Okay,
the
we have a
sign.
motion to approve.
Second.
Second by Tony. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. There you go. Third, discussion and consideration of a site plan for the produce stand at 2712 East Sumner Street. So I can get my corn. Go ahead, please.
Again, we're looking to approve the site plan for the corn sale or produce stand at 2712 East Sumner Street. This issue arose, we really haven't had too many of these come before us. The new zoning code, this will be internally site plan approved. This won't have to come to common council, and it won't have the extensive costs. We weren't aware that produce stands had to go through this process, so we're gonna amend that in the new zoning code. But to make it easier for Mr. Hoekstra. So again, because it's a temporary location, we're not worried about drainage or stuff. So long as they keep the trailer or the wagon out of the right-of-way, we have no issues with it. So staff is recommending approval of the site plan in the City of Hartford's B5 district at 2712 East Sumner Street for a produce stand with the following conditions. Operating hours are restricted to daylight hours just because it's not lit, so we don't want any accidents happening in the parking lot. Utilities will not be extended from any other structures. It's not set up for utilities, so we're not too worried about that. Sales are limited to produce only. Tent must be set up to withstand average winds and removed if severe weather is predicted. And the tent is to be located 10 feet from any other structure.
Sounds great, thank you. I was just going to say, anybody or whoever's running our camera, it's when Jacob talks, the picture's on us. When we talk, the picture's on him. There you go. Okay, wave to the camera.
Question, Jacob, about the daylight hours only.
Yep.
The station itself is lit up very well. Why wouldn't that?
I believe due to the proximity to the right-of-way as well as egress and outgress to the property, we just have concerns that it could get hit by a car. And it's just not, there's no overhead light right over that
no,
stand.
okay.
Yep.
All right,
Super.
thank you.
Thank you.
Just
Anybody else? Tony, please.
for clarification, you said limited to, sales limited to produce only. Is that all produce, or
All
is it we
produce.
limited to just corn?
They sell sweet corn, but they also sell other products that are more seasonal.
Recall that from past days at
Yeah.
Dairy Queen, so just
Because like,
wanted to.
yeah, tomatoes and stuff like that, yeah. Cantaloupe, melons, yeah.
Super. All righty. Motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Tony to approve, second by, what's your name?
He's full of it today. He's full of it.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Finally, we are going to our public hearing to amend the Chapter 13 zoning code to add language to create a permitted principal use of small-scale alcoholic beverage production. I'd like to open the hearing and ask for a reading of the notice.
Oh, you must have got the old agenda. There is no public hearings in front of the common council on the,
Oh,
we erroneously set out one.
I take back
Yeah.
everything I just said.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we originally sent out one, and then I'm like, we don't need a public hearing for this because
I
it goes
printed
in
out the
front-
latest one.
Yeah,
So I'm just-
okay. All right, I'll verify that with Leah, but there's no public hearing because the public hearing's in front of the common
There's a
council.
public hearing tomorrow, which would be run by your friend and mine, Wayne Resniak.
Not at next, June 25th one.
There will be a meeting, or a public hearing at the June 25th.
Correct. Common council
You
meeting.
can't make this stuff up. Okay. Well, given that, we stand adjourned to the call of the chair. Thank you.
We want to make a recommendation for it. We want to make a recommendation to the common council to
You want to make a
approve.
recommendation?
Yep, yes.
Oh, that's not on mine.
I know, because you,
Yeah.
I
Fine.
just I printed mine
Yes.
out this afternoon, it's not on mine either.
yeah.
Are you sure that we have this published, that you have to make a recommendation now, seeing that none of us have this? Of course, I don't know if we're violating any rule or statute or ordinance by doing that, because
think we just want a
it's not on the
recommendation.
agenda.
Well, I have it as discussion consideration to amend, to add language to create a permitted principal use of small scale alcohol. So we're just gonna discuss and consider, so we're just gonna make a recommendation to the common council.
Oh, we're gonna,
Yeah.
okay, and there, see somebody calling me saying, what are you doing?
Is this live?
You bet it's live, absolutely. You can't get more live than
Yep.
this. So, okay, let's see. Okay, fine, you are more than welcome to move forward with the recommendation then.
If you want any discussion from me, I can go over it for you. If not, otherwise, we're just amending the or the zoning code because it's gonna take a little longer to adopt the new zoning code, and we didn't want to obstruct any kind of planned business operations in the downtown, so we adopted this to allow pretty much a microbrewery or brew pub to be developed in the downtown of Hartford.
Well, I don't think anybody's against that.
No, it's super.
That's with Brewed Open, right? I know they bought the building and.
Next door.
Yep,
Right.
correct.
Right, no, this, I'm all for that type of thing. A lot of
Yep.
communities, have moved forward with that. I think it would be crazy of us not to have that ability to do something.
Well, and that was the main purpose of the Brood Omen in the first place, until they
Correct.
found out
Yeah.
that the building was not sustainable for that type of,
Right.
business. So this is their second option. So, do we need to move or approve? Because I think I could do that.
I don't think, we're not approving anything. We're
Move to make a
just discussing.
positive recommendation to the common council to
We would-
adopt
we would-
this.
Can I say, without having an official thing, I don't want to make it official because I don't have it on my thing, but I would say that all the heads were nodding on the dais as we talked about having the possibility of moving forward with something that would allow a brew pub by doing alcoholic beverage production adjacent to a serving establishment, I think is. Everybody agreed?
Agreed.
Super, thank you very much. You got that, Jacob?
Officially agree.
Yes.
So, what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, good. Well, now, no kidding, we stand adjourned to the call of the chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everything else, next month. We gotta make sure that that's on.